So back out again, and I'm at Edinburgh for a couple of days this time. I've got a couple of tracks I want to write, and I've also just been into Tesco just to get some stuff. I'm going to go along the east coast, probably towards Dunbar, maybe, just to see if there's any nice wee spots down there. I've been up since 7, so that's why my eyes look like Doug's balls, because I took Maxine to the airport because she's away to Disneyland, so aye. So that's the skinny, but the back of the car's a riot. It's an absolute mess. Look at the back. There's just stuff everywhere, so I need to sort it out. So let's try and find somewhere that's quite quiet and quite nice to look at as well. So, see you in a bit. I've been looking on Park for Night, and I found a place, can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it here, and it's next to the water and stuff, so I thought that might not be a fit, so we're going to be there. Because it's January, I'm hoping it's kind of quiet. I'll bring you back when we get there. This is crack. What do you say this? Hey, big van. We'll see if we can get anywhere near that. Although there's a wee castle over there. This is interesting. Is that another Doblo? It is as well. Hey, Dabby. There's Labrador. What? No overnight parking? Are you kidding me? So it said there's no overnight parking, but I think it's lying. Let's check this out. So Dunbar never worked out because Whitesands has got a no overnight parking sign. So the new place I'm going is North Berwick, and it's only 15 minutes across that way, and it's supposed to have nice views of the water and all that as well, but apparently it gets quite busy. Again, it's Thursday and it's January. I'm not really expecting a lot of people to be there. Let's just go and just get there. Just make sure there's no doggos. With any luck, it'll be available. We'll get a spot, because I really need to clean the back of this van out. Last night was just a rush. I had to fix the bowl for the sink. That noise you hear is the EcoFlow, because I'm charging my MacBook, and that's charging off the car, so it's a bit noisy. This is a nice place. I can imagine it would get quite busy during the summer, and I think that's probably why there's no overnight camping, because people have just been abusing it. It is what it is. So I've arrived where I was meant to be. There's a golf course behind me. The way the sat-nav was taking me, it basically said I had to go across the golf course, so that was no good. The place that I showed you now, it's nice, but there's a bit down the bottom where it's next to sand. But I'm trying to gauge as well traffic and all that stuff, and if it'll get busy. I don't think it will though. I'll just stay here and I'll just turn the car around. I need to clean and tidy out the back anyway, so I will do that. Let's do it. So I told you it was a mess. So I'm going to tidy everything up. There you go. Tidied. Took me ages. I need to get some grub. I still need to show you the extended drawer part under the bed. As you can see, I've used it for food. And boots. Carrot soup. Tuna mackerel. Some veg. Good old hot dogs. Got even noodles. Some rice. Some some milk. So far so good. It's actually quite nice. I had a bite to eat, so I'm just going to chill for a wee bit. But look at that, that's crazy. It's lovely. I'll shout the door open. Get the colours. So put the keys down so I'm not jangling everywhere. So I thought I'd do a wee bit of show and tell and just show how I go to sleep in here. Because if you've seen in LA, the problem that I had was this back window, the curtain wasn't up, and because LA has got a lighthouse, it just kept shining in and I couldn't get to sleep. And then one of the problems was I made these reflectors, or rather condensation catchers, heat insulating cover, window heating insulation. But the problem is they're too thick. So I used an old acoustic blanket that I used to use for an old vocal booth, and it's really thick and it's really heavy as well. And on the other side of that, I'd put the same insulation that I lined the van with, but the problem is it's just too heavy. So when I was putting it up, it was just falling in. The other alternative that I come up with is just using the silver itself, which works a hell of a lot better. This I just use as a draft excluder, because at the bottom of the Doblo, because it's a wheelchair accessible conversion, the bit where you pull it down has still got a bit of a gap where you can see outside, but this does the trick and stops the draft. I've got two of them up just now, but even now it's quite warm, so if I turn you around, you'll see it there. So that I've got this one up here at this window, and it's just basically been cut to size to fit, and then the other one right there. So I'll put up the other ones and then I'll go outside and I'll show you with these lights on. I'll actually turn, because this light does get brighter, so I probably should have had that on for the start. So what I'll do is I'll put the rest of them on and then go outside and film it, and you can see that there's absolutely no light getting in here. See, I've actually got a curtain on that which is getting changed because it's just droopy as hell, and I got glue on it as well, so it's getting changed. So I'm sure. And then I could even just put the curtain back up again as well. I'm going to redo these curtains because they're a shambles, and I didn't have the grommets to do it. Oh, and that's my orange kettle that Maxine got me. That's cracking it. Nice and orange. Again, I can roll this up as well, or unroll it. Right. And then the back. Nowadays just jam it in, to be honest. Just like that, and at the corners. Which is night and day compared to the last time. And this curtain also sits very nice as well. This was one of the main things that I made sure to fix before I came back out. And there you go, job's a good one. But again, all the curtains are getting fixed and replaced rather. So I'll go out and I'll show you how much light isn't getting in, and I'll leave that light like that. So look how dark it is, look at the wind. Like, it is actually silhouetting like that when you look at it. It's crazy. Right, so we'll shut that. Ah, it's gorgeous. Amazing. Another one here as well. So there you go. So just with that wee bit of light leakage there, so I know I need to pull the curtain back a bit. But other than that, and remember, this is with the light and they're on like max, so what I'll do is I'll turn it down. So that's how much light is getting in. So if I had that off and just hit the LEDs, I can't even see anything now. So obviously that other light is a lot stronger. So you've seen what it's like at night time when I lock everything up, or rather cover everything up. And so what I'm going to do now is just put a bit of heat in. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to have a wee cup. I'm going to have a cup of green tea and maybe a wee pot noodle, and that'll help heat everything up. So this is my new cooking stove, guys, and it's just basically a simple camping stove from Halfords, and I think it was roughly about £25. I did have the double vanlife hob, but you had to use an extension, and there was a pipe that came out the side of it that you connect the gas to, and with this the gas goes in the side, so it was just all one unit, and I preferred that more than the other one. Plus this is a carry case, and as I've showed you, it just fits straight under the sink, so aye, happy days. The LED strips are actually waterproof, so the steam, condensation, whatever, won't do anything. You can see that for the gas, I'll get that window open as well, so plenty of getting in. I'm going to just chill, have this. I might make that pot in the door as well. And what I will be doing is, what the hell is it? Sitting with this bad boy. Let's go. Let's see if I can at least try and get division, get a wee game of survival. And then after that, get some sleep because I'm knackered. Tomorrow will be writing and recording, and I'm looking forward to it. So I enjoy. Peace! Morning. These were my neighbours last night. Right, let's go. It was a much better sleep than Fife. Not by much though. But I definitely need to get new foam for the bed because it just wasn't comfy at all. Time to get up, make some breakfast, and then start some work. And when in Rome, you know, because it's like a wee holiday, I might go and get a wee Greg's breakfast. Oh, it's a bit chilly, Willy. I think this morning what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a walk along the beach just to kind of wake myself up and then get some breakfast and do it that way. So I want to talk about the reason why I converted this Doblo into a camper van. Basically to make it a camper van slash recording studio. For some of you that don't know, I'm a songwriter Robert Durham Music. I've always had studios in houses that I've lived in or flats, whatever, and the last one that I was in East Kilbride, it was just next to a main road, so there was just too much traffic, there was too much noise. I've bought plugins to mitigate the background noise and stuff, but it's just constant problem solving and it just gets tedious and tiresome. And also the other aspect as well, wasn't feeling inspired, I wasn't feeling creative, because the way I would put it is as if somebody offered me 100 grand to build a studio with everything that I wanted, all the equipment, the best soundproofing, I wouldn't take it. I even got the Isovox, cost like 900 quid, and it was good, solid piece of gear, but I just felt it was just too boxy. The space that you can sing in is like that, so there's barely any room to move, and then obviously you have to take out the low end just so you can get rid of the bass proximity, and again that's problem solving, it's constant headaches, it's just a pain in the arse. But I know what you're saying, it's like, so why would you want to do it in a van? Simple reason being, well, there's several reasons actually. You get to change your location, and being someone that deals with mental health on a regular basis, I just need the different scenery now. It just excites me, it recharges me, rather than just sitting in a room with 4 walls and stuff. I haven't went full van life yet, but the thought of basically doing the whole, you know, flat and everything is just a bit. So yeah, I've made it record studio. So why? Because you just get the freedom to go and record wherever you want. Like right now I'm in North Berwick, a beautiful place, never been here before. I feel energised, I feel creative. I'm going to be here till maybe Sunday, and it's Friday just now. To be honest, I feel like writing and recording in it, writing in a studio just kills the vibe. But also as well, like cars are naturally insulated for the sound of the road and stuff like that in other cars. And right now I've got thick insulation in the ceiling, I've got thick insulation in the floor, and these behind me, these are actually quite good because I've got like air pockets in them. Sound absorption as well, because the sound isn't just hitting the glass and then bouncing all over the place, it's basically hitting them, all the different bubbles. You've got the curtains, the wee thin curtains that go up as well, but they just add to the sound absorption. I mean, right now there's something being drilled in the background. I mean, obviously you have to deal with stuff like that, but again, unlike my flat, I can just drive away. I could just drive wherever I want, find an empty car park and just park up, and then you're good to go. And the good thing is as well, is the windows are tinted so no one can see in. If I was to put all of them up, shut the curtains, it would be pitch black in here. So you're kinda getting the same environment wherever you are. The thing I love about that, you could have all the window covers off or just a couple of the window covers, just for writing, looking at whatever you want to look at, just a window to be inspired. But then when it's time to record, I'm somebody that loves privacy when I record. I need to have my own space. All I need to do is put all the window covers up and I get that blackness, that darkness. Even though people probably can't hear you when you're singing, to me they can't. So it's like, I put the covers up and nobody can hear me. That's what I think anyway. I want to go around the outside of Britain, I want to go over to Europe, and I want to go to America in Dobby. So, fingers crossed it happens. But it's like, for me, I just wanted a space where I can write, I can record, but also keep the mental health in check. What I was feeling is when I was in a house, in the flat all the time, I was just tending not to move as much. For me, it's like, maybe this will be a way to get me more active, get me more out. Case in point, I'm saying I'm going to go a walk along the beach. I stayed in Largs, 2 minutes walk from the beach, and I think I walked down to that beach maybe 3 or 4 times, and it was just because it's like, I stay here, what's the point? Whereas here, I don't know when I'm going to be back, so it's like I'd like to, you know, take something in as part of my day. When you start thinking like that, where you want to do things, that can only be a plus, as opposed to going, oh, this is lovely, this area here, oh my god, I want to move here, and then you move here and then you never use. I'm just rambling now. Park down there, go for a walk, get breakfast, and then start writing. Let's do it. So the time I went away to Fife, I woke up and I was dealing with the condensation problem, but it was so annoying because I couldn't drive away for about 15-20 minutes. So this was a necessity purchase. Can't really try this. Well, let's see how well it works. Oh yes! Oh no, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at that. I went for this model as well, because the other models you have to stay like that, whereas this you can go sideways and stuff. Jobs are good. If you have a camper van, get this. That's the beach that I'm going to go to. Do you know one of the worst things sleeping in a camper van is cold clothes? Oh, Jesus. I just met a friend there, Inga. See you in a bit, buddy. You too, bun. The night went pretty well, and I actually just met a guy called Inga and his wife. He was the one actually staying next to me, giving me lots of good advice for travelling abroad and all that stuff. I love that. I love meeting people doing the same thing, where they just want the same goal. They just want freedom and just escape for all the shit of the day. Lovely guy. If you're watching this, nice meeting you, buddy. So I've come down to the beach part of North Berwick. Look at that, it's just stunning. I'm going to go a wee walk once I have my breakfast. So I was up there last night. So like, what more do you want on a day like this? Sun, sand and sea. I can't remember the last time I've actually proper stood and watched waves. Just the camels. I get caught in it. It's beautiful, the colour. I'll tell you something, what is bloody. So back to the car.